I'm Hannah Clayton.
And I'm Sean Shira.
And we're getting married on November 9th of 2013. My friend Tommy introduced us at a singles event, and he was pretty cute, I guess. And we went out for Wendy's after the event and got to talk and got to know each other, and I guess that's how we first started talking.
She sat at the opposite end of the table as me, from me, but I was kind of just checking her out, paying attention to what she was saying, trying to listen to see if I could learn more about her.
When I first saw him, I thought he was pretty good looking, and he was kind of shy, and I thought that I wouldn't have a chance with him, but obviously I did.
Okay, so the first thing I thought when I saw her is that she was beautiful and that I probably didn't have a chance with her. First time I saw her at church.
The first thing that I noticed about him was his eyes. They were really pretty and mesmerizing.
Well, I do remember the first time, I guess, that we met up and went somewhere. It was me and Emma and Jackson, and Hannah met us at the 5 spot, and I remember the way the light, and I told her about it, the way the light was coming in the window at 5 spot, and it was glancing like off of her eyes. Her eyes were just like, I mean, they were popping with beautiful blue eyes.
I kind of knew he was the one when I first met him, and I was a little scared at first because I'd never had somebody so intense, but I definitely knew he was the one when he was treating me so kind and very sweet to me, and had never treated me like I'd ever been treated before.
Well, for the longest time, I had been praying for God to put somebody in my life who, number one, loved him, number two, who would love me and who would love my children. And for the longest time, I saw her around the church, and when she came to my Sunday school class and she started coming around, I started seeing her more. I was like, okay, you know, maybe this is it. And then I started finding out more about her, that her ministry is with children. So I was like, okay, you know, that's one of the things on the checklist. She loves children. And the more I got to know her, I found out what a beautiful person she was, and I was hooked.
He was very sure about us from the moment that he met me, and I was honestly a little unsure because I'd never been in a relationship with somebody like him before, and he just was very polite, and he wasn't very pushy towards us dating, but he was also very bold and very mature. So I think that's kind of the whole intensity of it. Our first kiss was on Christmas.
Actually, I had spoken with her earlier that day, and it was fairly late. I know it was dark and it was raining because I had just went for a run, and she told me she was coming over to the house, and I was on my way back from running, and she pulled in the neighborhood while I was running to my driveway, and then we talked inside, and then right before she left, I walked her out, and
it was raining, and I was leaving, and I think he was just gonna hug me, but I ended up just diving for it and kissing him. So.
Kind of, you know, it was kind of, I was going for a hug, and she was leaning in, and we both leaned in, and I was like, I can't miss this chance, so we kissed, and that was the first kiss.
It was awesome. First kiss was incredible, definitely.
It was all right. I'm just kidding, it was awesome. When I was picking out the ring, what was going through my head is that I get a good enough ring for her, one that she likes, one that she's gonna love. She had lots of suggestions and pictures to go by on her Pinterest board, so I was trying to match up what she liked, and I think I did pretty good. I was planning on doing it during the fireworks on 4th of July, on the beach in Panama City, and then it rained the whole time we were down in Panama City. So we found out 4th of July day that they were canceling the fireworks, and so I was like, oh great, there goes my plan. But luckily we had stopped and bought some fireworks on the way down.
We were doing fireworks, it had been raining all day, and me and the kids were standing while he was doing the fireworks, and I turned around and he was pulling me towards the fireworks, and I didn't want to go any closer. And he was like getting on his knee, and then I was like, oh my gosh, he's actually asking me. So he asked me right there in front of the fireworks. It was really romantic. I was really excited after it all happened. Just excited to have a ring on my finger and that we could start planning, and just a lot of emotions, and I was really ready to get married the next day because that's how much I love him. What's special about him is he is very caring and loving, and no matter how I am, he always seems to love me unconditionally, even when I seem that I can't love him unconditionally all the time. He's always been there for me. Even if he's not being pushy on me, he's always been there. And I can count on him that he's gonna be there forever.
What's special about her? What's not special about her? Just from the moment that we, started being together, it's just, we haven't even spent a day apart from each other. I don't want to spend a day apart from her. She's my best friend. I love her, and she's wonderful with the children. They love her. She's so good to us and to me, and she treats them and me just awesome. And I'm so thankful that I have her.
Something that was awkward was our actual first date. It wasn't awkward for him, but it was for me, because we were sitting in the movie theater, and we were sitting as far apart from each other as we possibly could, and it felt like I was not even there with him because we were like trying not to touch each other. It was so weird. I felt so awkward. It was our first date. It was before we were together ever, and we were just like so far away from each other, like not touching. It was so awkward, but it ended up being good anyways. But it was really awkward at first.
The very first phone conversation that we had, I was talking to her, and the conversation was going good, and all of a sudden she told me that she wasn't feeling good, and next thing I know, and I've never even met her family or her mom or anything before, next thing I know, I'm on the phone with her mom, and apparently she was having stomach issues, and her mom was telling me that she was throwing up, and so I got to meet her mom on the phone the very first time that I talked to her.
Perfect. I forgot about